Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we'll look at a very instructive game that my student Ian and I played earlier today against the London opening. The London is quite popular, and some people who play it make instructive mistakes, and I want to show you some of the ways you can take advantage of it. And before we begin, couple of words about Ian. Ian is quite good at chess. He is getting better and better. His chess.com rating is around 1400. He has gotten over 60 in Puzzle Racer before, and I'm very excited to see what he is going to accomplish. I'm going to put this game into Lichess, and let us take a look. So the game began knight f3, knight f6, d4, d5, bishop f4, the London. The setup which I prefer is c5. e3 is absolutely fine, knight c6. And now white should play knight d2, which is the new main line. Pawn c3 is a very, very small inaccuracy, which nonetheless happens a lot on the highest level. And our opponent played bishop b5, which apparently exists. And Ian came up with an idea of queen a5, which is very, 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 very useful. And Ian's point was if white blocks with a knight, defend the bishop, we can then put pressure on that knight. So we played queen a5, knight c3, we continue with knight e4, double attacking this pawn. Our opponent took, which is fine. We took back on c6. And our opponent, this is an instructive moment. It looks like we're double attacking the knight, but we're really not. The logic is white can just castle. And the point being is if we take, white can take back, and black could take here, but it's going to be a little bit difficult to play. So for example, we take, white plays knight e5, attacking this pawn, and the problem is there is no great way to defend it. Bishop d7, trying to hold on to the pawn, means white will take. And yes, black is up a pawn, but castling is not going to happen, and this king is not going to have fun. Our opponent automatically tries to defend. He plays queen d3, double defending this. In this position, Ian came up with c4, which is good. Another way to play is g5, which is also instructive. But Ian simply comes up with c4, attacking the queen, trying to force the queen away from the knight. Makes sense. He moves the queen back. In this position, we could take right away. I was a little bit concerned, but it was due to miscalculation. Obviously, if white takes, life is very good, but I assumed that white would just spin our knight and win it back. But this is actually very nice for black because we'll play queen a4, which at first looks somewhat mysterious, but the logic is if white takes with the queen, black has a beautiful tactic. I'm going to pause and have you find it. I hope you were able to find pawn e5 with two threats, attacking the bishop, but also taking advantage of this. So the other threat is bishop b4. So let's go back. And if white takes with the pawn, the problem for white is pawns are now damaged, and we play bishop f5, double attacking this. If white defends with the rook, he will lose this pawn. White could defend with the king, of course, but now the rooks are not connected. The king cannot castle. This is somewhat uncomfortable for white. Let's go back. We play d6 with some idea of using the bishop. Opponent castled. We took. Opponent took, and here we made a mistake. We became a little bit too greedy and grabbed the pawn. The problem here is white, although he's down a pawn, he has a big lead in development, his king is already safe, and he can again play knight e5 here in the pawn, and it's, again, bishop here we can't castle, and bishop b7 is just not very good. White can even just simply attack the bishop, and black's development is terrible. Instead, our opponent did something weird. He decided to simplify, which gives away any advantage he has. After the queen trade, black is just up a pawn. So we took, he took back. Now we played king d7. There is no need to castle. We want to play bishop d6. Our opponent got a rook to an open line. We offered the bishop trade. Opponent took, we took back. Opponent played f4, which doesn't really do too much. We played bishop a6 with this threat, but also connecting the rooks. Opponent stopped c3. Because way up, we offered the rook trade. Opponent improved the knight, wanting to go here, which was easily stopped. Opponent played a4, which is a mistake because it allows rook b3 followed by rook b8. That if he doesn't take, if he does take, which is what he did, we took back, and this pawn can be defended. Rook b1, now we play the second best move. We played bishop c4. It's better to play rook b8. The logic being is we're threatening to play b2 and bishop d3. But we played bishop c4 first, which of course is fine. White played knight c2, double attacking. We double defended, and here white decided to take. But this is a very easy win for black now, because this is a defended passed pawn. The rook does not need to defend it anymore. It can go somewhere else. And this pawn is too scary. Also, king can try to come in. So white plays d4, which is reasonable. It controls our king. We improve the rook. Our opponent checked. It's not clear to me what it does. We simply improve the king. White improved his king. We attacked his pawn. Okay, king e3. The pawn falls. Our rook is about to invade. So he plays rook b2, but that doesn't stop anything. It just makes life easier. After rook a2, he resigned, because if he takes, we're going to queen. Now, I want to show you really quickly one or two lines connected to pawn c3 in that line, in the London line. Insert bishop b5. So again, the main move is knight d2. But if they play pawn c3, you want to play queen b6 here in this pawn. And one of the possible lines, there are many, and you can find some explanations on my channel. You want to play c4. Now, white has a choice. If he drops back, we play bishop f5 because of this. If he takes, you take here, and the rook falls, so he cannot take. And let's go back. If he takes, now you have a very nice plan connected to pushing this pawn, getting your bishop over here, and nice pressure on the queen side. Back to the game. Very nice playing by Ian. Very impressive young man. I'm very excited to see what you can accomplish. Everyone else, thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will be back soon. Thank you.